G'day everyone, how's it going? Jackson here, welcome back to Weekly Endeavours for the 20th of October onwards. We've got a 250 seal set as always. Timecodes will be, well, no, there's no timecodes today really. This is going to be part 1 of this week's Weekly Endeavours because the event tickets option, you can't do this right now, so you have to wait until the 23rd. I still think this is going to be the easiest option because the Halloween event, like quests to get the tickets for, are pretty easy. That being said, if you want to do the defeating enemies, I would say that's better than doing trials. There is a trial option in the Golden Pursuit, but the thing is, for the weekly, just 1 or 2 trials is probably going to be enough to defeat 300 enemies. And there's a lot of other Golden Pursuit options where you want to defeat enemies too, all the way at the top. You've got foes in Coldharbour, Bestial Daedra, Humanoid Daedra, 500 enemies. You've got the siege camps, you've got the world bosses, you've got the Meridian lenses, which you'll have to kill enemies for. I think the supply repeatable jobs are also defeating enemies, basically. Yeah, so you've got a lot of shit that you can do here that's defeating enemies related. So I'm going to prioritize these, because if you haven't done them yet, it's better to do those so you can get some of the rewards for the Golden Pursuit. So, the highest priority, the first thing you want to make sure you do, is foes in Coldharbour, because after that, you can just branch off and do all the other shit. Because this is going to be, I think, the most packed place as far as players go, because everybody's got the same idea, come to Coldharbour. But I think it's still worth it as long as you understand there's like a priority or like a semblance of order that you pick based on like which location to go for. So the best location in Coldharbour is going to be Village of the Lost. Now, firstly, if you haven't been to Coldharbour before, you can use Coldharbour Surreal Estate to skip doing the quest to get here. If you want to use this, I'll have a video in the description explaining how Home Tours works, how you can just use it to teleport around. It's pretty easy. It doesn't cost you anything. So yeah, just check out that if you need. But you want to go out of the Hollow City, just come out here and get this way shine. And from here, you just have to travel a bit northeast. So you just come around this way. I mean, you can, yeah, I guess you can go that way, but yeah, you get the point. So you come down here, and now that mounts can actually, you can remain on your mount in the water. You don't have to worry about like jumping the ice things. You can kind of do it, but yeah, it's not worth bothering it anymore. Get the Sky Shard too if you need that, but yeah, just go through the water, up here, and this is Village of the Lost right here. So the reason you want to come to the Village of the Lost is this place is crawling with Daedra. Mostly Humanoid Daedra, which is fine because there's still a lot of options that you have available to you for Bestial Daedra in other places. Yeah, this group here, just grab some of them. So yeah, my advice is just come through here. If you see nobody here, it's going to be pretty rare at the moment just because there's so many players that want to do the same thing. But if you can come through here and just find a lot of Daedra to kill, this is a quick way to get your enemies, your foes in Coldharbour, and your Humanoid Daedra. Once you've got your enemies in Coldharbour, then you can just focus on going to other zones where it's probably going to be better for you. Now, if this is too busy, there are some other places you can check. Any enemy that you find in Coldharbour is going to be fine for this, but because it's Humanoid and Bestial Daedra is going to be best, there's a couple of other options. The Cave of Trophies over here, this has both Bestial Daedra and Humanoid Daedra. You've got the Grotto of Depravity, that's also got Daedra in it. The area around Library of Dusk, this area, has mostly Humanoid Daedra, so this is another good option. If you do end up doing the quest for Coldharbour, most of the stuff on the northern side is like Daedra. The only section that's not is basically the Orchid, because that's just full of vampires. And you've also got skeletons up here, but the Wailing Moor also has some Daedra in it too. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff you can do over here. I think I'll just check over here. I think there's Dremora as well in this area. I'm just going to double check. There's also heaps of Dremora in here too. And there's also in the Tower of Lies, that thing with the pickaxe icon, there is also Bestial Daedra down here. There's Ogrims. Just be aware, this area here, it's literally a well. It's easy to get into, quite annoying to get out of unless you travel out via a house or something. But there's Ogrims down there that you can kill in Dremora and stuff. So I'll just double check. I'm pretty sure it is just Humanoid Daedra down here. This delve over here is Draugr. It still counts as Coldharbour foes, but it doesn't count as Daedra, so... let's see. Oh no, it's Riven people. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I'm pretty sure there are some Dremora though, aren't there? Maybe not. Nah, okay. But yeah, anyway. So, if you just travel around the overland in Coldharbour, you'll just find Humanoid Daedra and Bestial Daedra anyway, just around the random locations. It'll be a bit slower if you want to get the foes weekly endeavor done, but it's a surefire way to get the Coldharbour one done. After that, if you want some good places for Bestial and Humanoid Daedra, probably one of the best is Sanguine's Domain for overland stuff. This place is awesome. And yeah, it's got ample domicile here, so it's easy to use home tours to travel here if you haven't been to Shadowfen. If you want Bestial Daedra, Torinan is great. Also, Brothers of Strife over here. These two locations are great. The only thing about Torinan is it's kind of... it's a bit of a trek getting here. This is the closest house, so you have to go all the way out the road. There's also some scamps over here, and there's some flame atronachs, which don't actually count for either. So, yeah, don't bother with them. Obviously, you can do Dolmens. Most of the enemies in Dolmens are either going to be Humanoid Daedra and Bestial Daedra, so they work too. It's a slower option, but unless the Dolmen is, like, ridiculously busy, in which case, like, the only time you're really going to see that is Alikid Desert, maybe Oradon and peak hour, but usually it's not that bad, I've found. Like, at the moment it'll be a bit more busy than usual, I think. But, yeah, there's usually probably 30 to 40 enemies from a single dolmen, if it's busy enough. And as long as you... here's the thing. Defeating enemies, and any of these options here, as long as you deal a bit of damage to the enemy, as long as... like, it can get killed by somebody else, it doesn't matter, it'll still count for you. So just, yeah, don't stress too much about that. Let's see, what are some other good options? Ash Mountain, this is just full of scams and clan fears. I've talked about Dawnbreak. Oh yeah, Damar Farmstead, yes. So for Bestial Daedra, this one's also excellent. It's just Banekin and Daedroth all over the shop over here. It's also very easy to get to because you've got a house right here. A good option for Dremora will be the two farms here in Stormhaven. There is a house relatively close, and as soon as you get here, just travel to the nearest Wayshrine, and then you can use this. Because as soon as you enter Stormhaven, this will unlock. You've got trials as well. Unfortunately, just a warning. The Maw of Lacage trial doesn't actually count. The Dromathra aren't considered Humanoid Daedra. Don't fucking know why. Don't even know what they are. They're not ghosts. They're not fucking void enemies. I don't even know what the hell they count as. There's a lot of dungeons that do work. Now, one thing I should point out, there is a lot of Daedra that you can get from Vaults of Madness. And you know, you'll get a lot of enemies from here. There's probably over like 200, I think. But these don't count as foes from Coldharbour, fucking painfully. But yeah, you just do foes from Coldharbour first, and then you can probably just do Vault of Madness once, and then you probably get the endeavor done. What else is there? Yeah, Critical Hearts 2, City of Ash 2, lots of Dremora from there, and some Bestial Daedra 2. Yeah, there's some delves around the place, like for example, Knifear Grotto. You can check that for some Daedra as well. And yeah, like there's some DLC dungeons too that you can check as well. Like Cradle of Shadow has lots of Dremora as well, or the Spiderkith, whatever they're called. Now, if you want to just do the defeating enemies endeavor as quick as possible, because this is going to be the one that just takes the longest, my advice is just to get a build that just has shit tons of AoE damage, go into a place with lots and lots of enemies, and just mass kill. Especially like bonus points if you can find a place that's instant. Running typical damage dealer set, Cunning's Rage, Brigands, shit that's easy to get. You know, there's a quest item that's the fucking Brigand Dagger. Like, it's really easy to get this set up. And yeah, just Storm Fist or something. So just lots of AoE, essentially, is all this is. Alright. So this is the reason I like to use this place. See, there's enemies here, enemies here, enemies here. We'll just use this to line of sight of the enemies, put them into one location. Again, we'll just jump here, stand on the floor, and just mass kill. And yeah, just to get all the ranged enemies over there, we'll just move from there. So he's at standard, so I don't have to worry about the other guy. Yeah, I do struggle for health. On most classes, you want to, like, it's really good to get a source of healing over time, like while you deal damage. Nightblades and Sorcerers are probably the best at this. But yeah, that'll just bring Resolving Vigor and you'll be fine. You just have to cast it every now and then. And yeah, just go through, kill all the groups of enemies that you see, and just, yeah, make sure you're healing yourself. Now you can kill bosses. Some can be beneficial because they spawn a lot of enemies with them, but in most cases I don't think it's going to be worth it, because, yeah, it takes much more effort killing them than any of, like, just the little enemies. They don't give you, they just give you one kill, so yeah, I don't think it's worth bothering with. Yeah, you can kill them if you want. Yeah, this one here is spawning a few, but not many. One more tip is to try and stick to ranged enemies when you can, because melee enemies will always follow you, ranged enemies try and stay away from you. So, yeah, for an easier time, just always stick to the ranged enemies. So again, so there's some ranged enemies over here, just stick over here because the melee enemies will come to me. Again, so we've got a ranged enemy over here, so I'll just stick here. And then once they're dead, we'll come over here to these ones. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. Alright, so just a few more things. If you have the fighter skill leveled up and you want to use some of the skills, maybe Hunter, Barb Trap, Bolts might be a good spam ball if you use Silver Shards. These two skills here, this one gives you weapon and spell damage for fighter skill slotting, like slotting those abilities, and Banish the Wicked gives you a bunch of ultimate whenever you kill enemies. So if you use, like I use these two here, Dawnbreaker's a Chief Ulti and Barb Trap, and it just means every enemy I kill I get a bunch of ultis, so I can just recast ults all the time. Knifeblades have this even better because they have Soul Harvest, and that gives you 20 ultimate every time you kill an enemy. So basically you got your ultimate all the time. So those can be helpful. Necromancers have something similar with their Soul Harvest ability. You do have to activate the ability though. Just some things as well. Champion points, 10 in quick recovery and 20 in preparation. Very, I think this is one of the most important champion points for combat in PvE, because yeah, basically major protection for like very little champion point investment. Really good. Bloody Renewal or Siphoning spells, maybe both. So you basically never run out of resources when you're killing all these enemies. It can be really helpful for sustain. Otherwise, you'll find, especially with AoE skills, you'll be running out of resources all the bloody time. Not really much else to say other than that. I guess Rationer and Liquid Efficiency if you want to use potions and stuff. Alright, yeah. I'll leave it there. If you have any questions about like what to run, what you should do about your build, if you have any like issues with it, just let me know. I've got a lot of experience to PvE in this game, especially with solo stuff. I can help you out. So for the rest of this video, I'm just going to do a quick run through of Skyreach just to show you what I do, because Skyreach, a single run is like 220 enemies, I believe. Or no, 280. Sorry, yeah, about 280. So you can almost get it done in a single go for the weekly. But for the Gone Pursuit, you'll have to do it twice. I do suggest doing that, because honestly, there's nothing else that comes close to just how efficient that place is for getting lots of kills quickly. Oh, yeah. One last thing. If you are going to do Skyreach Catacombs, get something that removes snares. Evasion morphed to elude? Sorry, shuffle. Evasion morph to shuffle is good. The Sigic Order skill Accelerate morph to Race Against Time. That's a Magicka variation, and it also gives you speed boost, which is great. Some classes have their own version. Knife Blades have... oh god, what's it called? I can't remember the name. Phantasmal Escape. There you go. So they've got their own version, and some other... there's a two-handed morph of Momentum called Forward Momentum that gives you the same, and there's one more I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, I advise getting one of those for Skyreach, because otherwise you'll be so fucking slow in there. Right, let's go do a run. I'm gonna use Knife Blades in there. But yeah, if you've seen Skyreach to death, it's not going to be any different. Little commentary, and that's about it. So this is the way down I usually go. Just be careful if you don't have Breakfall, the champion point to reduce fall damage, because you won't survive that. Just go down the other way if you're going to do, if you don't have Breakfall. You want to have some food for this. Maybe something that gives you more health if you're not too versed with Skyreach, because this place is quite rough. There's just so many enemies in here. Oh. I always just fight this group separately here, because I find sometimes they struggle to get through the door. Okay. Everything down. Chuck down standard. Oh, sorry, Dawnbreaker. Alright. Go forward. Grab this group. Grab the group in the Bone Mound. This group will pull when you come through. This fire pit over here, just make sure you grab this group. You'll find a lot of those in this place. Alright, trap. Volley down, and let's get this show on the road. So again, go to the ranged enemies in the back. Big Dawnbreaker. Oh, need a bit of healing. This is what I mean. If you can get a class that has a lot of self-healing while you deal damage, like Knife Blades, Sorcerers, they're great. But yeah, you'll struggle otherwise, unless you just constantly vigor. Another Dawnbreaker. Yeah, this is why Fighter Skill can be so good. You just constantly get Dawnbreakers out. Or just ultimates in general. Alright, that's part one. Pull this group. Pull this one. This Bone Mound. This group here, this Bone Mound. And, oh, that was careful. Got that group. And now we line of sight everything by going into... I usually go over here. Keep moving around a little bit, but not too much. And keep healing, because there are a lot of enemies that can hit you right now. Keep healing. Potion. Dawnbreaker. Oh, look at that one. Oh, and a bit of... need a heal. Oh, that was close. Alright. I prefer to hit the fire mages first, even if taking aim is on you. I'm just going to dodge that one. Oh yeah, I'll link the add-on that tells you these the like announcements on the screen. It's Codes Combat Alert. That's what it's called. Okay, this room. If you want the easy version, just kill all these groups here first. If you want the hard but like quick, lots of enemies at once version, just go to the ancient chest first. Pull this group. Pull this fire mound. This fire mound. Travel over here. And let the enemies from this group over here, let the ranged enemies come closer. And then I do the same over here. Bring them into the middle of the room. That's what you're trying to do. Alright, put a big standard in the middle. Look at the damage. Make sure you keep casting Vigor. Yeah, with the flesh action arcs, if you can keep moving around like... Oh, damn it. Well, that goes there. That, That completely validates that statement, doesn't it? I was about to say you just keep moving around and he can't hit you. I guess I've lagged too much or something. And that's it. So you can see we're pretty much done. But the thing is, there's still a lot of enemies to kill in here. Alright, next group. None of these rooms are worth doing. Just the stuff through here is worth doing, I think. Because everything else is like bosses. Also, don't fuck with these guys. They are brutal. I don't think they're worth fighting myself. No, that's no Venom there. Grab that fire pit there. Grab this group, that fire pit. That group there. This group. And there's 2 bone mounds right here. And again, we just go to this spot here. We just pull all the enemies as far away as we can. Heal yourself. Over here. Put standard right here, and then I usually come to this spot right here, because everybody gets pulled over here. Just be aware, because, yeah, you'll be taking a lot of damage. Get back in here, to pull all the ranged enemies over. Stop this guy from taking aim. Standard. Oh, sorry, standard. I keep saying that. Hey, Dawnbreaker. Alright, so this bit here, enemies will keep pouring in from far away. Don't worry, that's normal. As you kill groups of enemies, more will spawn in like very far away locations. So yeah. Just watch out for these fucking things here. They are the big ghost scary projectile that goes through block, so it'll probably stun you. Alright, that's it. So yeah, that was I believe it's like 280 enemies or 270, something like that. So yeah, after you do that, just go to Coldharbour or something, get the last few enemies from there, and yeah, you can just call it a day. Or you could just wait for it to reset. It takes about 5 minutes, and then just do it again to do the 500 enemies. But you'll probably get this done doing all the other stuff in the Gone Pursuit. So yeah, I wouldn't really bother with that myself, but yeah, it's something you can do. Alright, so that's all for this part. Tune in for when the event starts, and we'll do the tickets one too. Because yeah, it is easier, but you know, if you're not around for that, I guess you could do this instead. Alright, thanks everyone. I'll see you next time. Thanks for your support as always. Take care for now.